Hi everybody, I'm Kirsty Meakin from Nao Nails. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do, what did I say it was? Hi everybody, I'm Kirsty Meakin from Nao Nails. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a cool effect using gel polish and oil. Now this image was sent to me by one of our followers and she said, can you do a nail like this? So I've had a play. This is how I got on. So this image was sent to me, not by this person, they screenshot it. They sent me that, and that, and this, and this. So we were like, how do we do this? So I've had a play and I've found 3 different ways we can create this kind of look. So I'm going to show you 3 ways. On the first one, what I'm going to do is start off with a metallic base. So with the metallics, you need to put a shiny surface on there. So we're going to create a shiny surface using the gel top coat. It's the easiest way to use the metallics and pretty much the only way. I'm going to pop that in the lamp. And once that's cured, we're going to use the metallics. Now this is M30. That does not say 30. That says 23. It has a name. I don't know what it is. So the metallics have to go on top of a shiny surface. So they have to go on top of anything that's shiny. So it could be a hard gel that you've done. And you've put that hard gel on top and everything's nice and smooth. You could put it on the top of Mega Gloss. And you can put it on the top of the Urban Graffiti top coat. That is my favourite, to be honest with you. So once that's cured, you're going to take your metallic. And I'm going to do one thin coat. Right, that's all I need. And I'm going to turn my phone on silent.
This is just a recurring thing in every video now.
I know. And we're going to let that dry. We're going to pop it in the lamp to encourage it to dry. It will air dry. Top tip. You can actually use a hairdryer. I didn't tell you that though. Once that's dry, I'm going to put on a coat of the Urban Graffiti top coat. And that's going to seal that product in. So we're just using this as a background. Now you don't have to use a metallic, you could use any gel polish, and we are going to do that in the other nails. The other nails we're going to use different colours, so we're not just going to use metallics. I just wanted to use metallic on this one because I thought it was pretty. So once that's cured, that's what you're going to be left with. Now we're going to choose the colours. We want contrasting colours. So we're going to use these 4 colours. We have Glass and a Half. What?
Limoncello.
Limoncello.
You never had limoncello before?
What's limoncello?
It's like an Italian drink.
No.
Like an aperitif type thing that you have either before or after a meal.
Oh no, to cleanse your palate.
Well, it's just normally they just kind of give it out as a free thing.
And then we have this one as well. And we have Ocean Depths. I have some backing paper here as well. You'll need that. I'm just going to apply the colour really random, wherever I kind of think I would like a little bit of colour. If you get any of that other colour, if you go straight up to it and it goes on your brush, you can wipe it off onto the paper and it'll clean it before you go back into the bottle. Just like that, clean that off. And we've got the purple one. I'm going to add a little bit more of this yellow. Limoncello. Limoncello! Don't worry about covering the whole nail. Now what you're going to do is get some cuticle oil. Now I have some tea tree cuticle oil. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that onto the backing paper. I'm going to put my finger in it. Your fingers are the best tools you will ever have. And what I'm going to do is, with my finger, I'm going to rub through to marble the gel polish. Because there is oil on my finger, it won't stick and it'll start to make these little tiny holes. So if you watch it, it'll start going a bit crazy. Now if you want to add a little bit more, you can just put your finger back in the oil. I'm just going to pull through one more time. I want to see that colour popping through. And I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, she's putting oil on gel polish. That's like a big no-no. For this design, we can do that. I'm going to add a tiny bit more oil. Quite random. Make sure you clean this brush before it goes back in to the bottle. A good idea when you're cleaning this brush is to hold the bristles, because I might have broke one. So I kind of like pulled a little bit too hard and might have broke it. So yeah, don't do that. I'm going to pop that into the lamp. Once you're happy with it, you're going to pop it into the lamp and cure it. Then we're going to use gel residue wipe off solution on a lint-free pad and wipe off the oil. Make sure you've got all the oil off before you top coat, because that's what we're going to do now. We're going to top coat this. And pop that in the lamp. So can you see those little holes that you get here? And here, so you can marble it with your finger and with the oil on, and it will give you those tiny, tiny little holes. So that's one way to do it. Now for another play day for Kirsty. So these are my little messing about bits and bobs. This is where I was doing my little experimenter. So look at that. Oh my God, how amazing is that? I absolutely love it. So we did lots of different ones, and I was just messing about to see what kind of look I could get. So I figured out another way to do it as well. This sort of oil meets gel polish effect. We're going to use different colours this time. I'm going to use a different tone in the background as well. I'm going to use a bit of glitter in the background this time. So this is gold as ice. We're willing to sacrifice. You're not joining? Oh, I just definitely do. So I'm going to do a couple of coats of this as the background. So 2 coats of this gorgeous glitter. What a gorgeous colour that is. I don't even think we've used this on camera before. It's beautiful, isn't it? Anyway, enough of that. That's the background. We are now going to create this sort of coral-like effect. We're going to use these colours. So we have rich teal, and then we have 958. Probably has a name. Not sure what it is though. It's a beautiful pale lemony green. And then we have Ocean Depths. Now Ocean Depths is very pigmented. Darker colours will overtake the paler colours, so you'll want more pale than you have dark. Does that make sense? So we can put a little bit of that turquoisey, rich teal. And then you can make this as big or as little as you want to. I'm just going to put a little bit here, a little bit there, and maybe a little bit just there. That's it. That's what I want. And with my finger, I don't need to add any oil to my finger at this stage, but with my finger, I am going to push this out and just wave it till I'm kind of happy with it. Yeah, like that is gorgeous. You can even add more if you're not happy with it. You could go again. So I'll show you what it'd be like. I'll just add a little bit more of this. And you can push that into it as well. And what we're going to do is, we've got a calligraphy pen. You can do this with a dotting tool as well, but a calligraphy pen will hold more product. So I'm going to pop some oil into that pen. Imagine it's ink. With a calligraphy pen, we can do this. We can go light, get a small one, we can press on harder, and it will get bigger. See? It'll go big. Yeah? We're going to go like this. And you can watch it, see what it does. So you see what it's doing? It's pushing away the gel polish and it's making those little holes that some people are afraid of. I think there's a name for that holy phobia, like the holes. Adam's quiet today, he's in pain. Not searching for sympathy though, are you?
No.
No. He's got a pulley shoulder. It's all this filming. So you're just going to keep working it till you're happy with it, really. So you can make it as big or as little as you want to do it. And now we're going to pop that in to the lamp. Once that's set, going to get a lint-free pad again, and we're going to use the gel residue wipe-off solution. We're going to use that to wipe off the oil. And make sure all the oil's off. And you're going to peel it off. Oh, look at that. And then you're going to choose the best bit for your nail. So you can make a really big one, couldn't you? And just cut it up and put it in a jar. Loads of them, different colours. So because that gel polish has got a slight sticky layer, we didn't top coat it, did we, the background colour? It will stick to it. So make sure you go all the way around. It's still very flexible as well. Press it down. Make sure you curl right underneath so you can see I've curled underneath. We're going to do 2 coats of top coat. We're going to do one first as it is now. Once that's set, all you're going to do is file off that excess. If you wanted to use smaller pieces, what you could do is you could actually cut off little pieces and pop that onto the nail.
I was wondering how you were going to cut them off. I was thinking, oh, you're curling them right round.
Yeah.
That would make it harder to cap.
Yeah.
But filing them off.
Filing it off is a lot easier, I think, and a bit neater. So, like, you've got that bit there. You could save that, I suppose, if you wanted to. See, that part's stuck because underneath there's a little bit of gel. And then it's moved. You can see it moved and there's a little bit of gel there. So the gel's cured and made it stick to that base. So you've cleaned it up. Now we're going to go in with the second coat of top coat. This is where you definitely need to cap your edges. And pop that into the lamp. That's pretty cool, that is. Definitely needs some gems. For this one, I'm going to use Champagne Bubbles. I'm going to use that on the background. And I like using something that's a bit sparkly on the background because it just shines through. I'm going to do 2 coats of that. Right, so I'm going to use these colours now. So I have Snow White, Ocean Depths and Glass and a Half. And this time I'm going to do a thin layer of white all over the nail. Very thin. It's going to give us a slightly different effect. And I'm going to pull through with one colour, clean that before I put it in the bottle. Make sure those brushes are clean. And pull through. Then use my finger. I'm going to wipe through, going from top to bottom. I like that just like that, I do. It's very like abstract, and it's like abstract art. Right, so next what we're going to do is we have a little spray bottle. You can use any spray bottle that you want to. Just a little spray bottle, and I put cuticle oil inside that. It was actually the cuticle oil that was in this bottle that I broke the brush on. So we're going to spray with the oil. This is when it gets messy. So I'm spraying about, what, 12 inches away. You can see it starts to have an effect on it. And you can keep spraying until you are happy with your little design. I like it. I'm going to pop that into the lamp now. I'm going to use the gel residue wipe off solution again to clean off that oil. Right, what we're going to do now is seal this in with the Urban Graffiti top coat. So you've got to make sure the oil is completely gone from that nail, because if you don't and then you put your top coat on, the top coat won't sit right on the nail. It'll separate. Pop that into the lamp. This little one here was my play nail when I was figuring out how we're going to create this effect. So this is how to create a oil meets gel polish effect using 3 different techniques, and all those 3 different techniques create a totally different look. So you can see on these 2 where I squish in with oil on my actual finger, it reacts with it and separates and makes tiny little holes. You can see here and here. These little tiny holes. And then this one, I love this one. This one's like really fun. Because we kind of made a decal with this. And that looks really cool. And then I like this one because it looks quite abstract and I like the gold shining through as well. I like how it sort of pushed it out and created a totally different sort of water droplet effect. So I like all the techniques really. Which one is your favourite? Which one would you wear? Might have noticed I've got plaits in today. I think we should put wire in them and make them go like that. So they look like a cowgirl. Because apparently cowgirls wear wire in their hair.
Really?
I'm joking! But I've seen, like, you know, fancy dress and they have wire in their hair.
Isn't it like Austrian girls that this?
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't think it's cowgirls. I think it's like Austrian. Where they've got the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. There you are, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a little play and see what cool designs you can make, because the good thing about this and the fun part is that every single time it will be a little bit different. So it's like bespoke, very unique, like Adam. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye. Try that. What's that sound like there?
Horrible. Take it off.
You've had enough.
Yeah.
You're not happy with him.
No.
You're such a naughty microphone.